Welcome to beautiful Angel Blossom's magical YouTube channel. Find lots of fun videos from food, games, tech, and a whole lot more. I love you all. Please don't forget to subscribe and like if you enjoy the content.
Angel here. Something a little bit different than last time. Well, did we do a game stream last time? No, it was a New Year's Eve thing. And then I did a couple live streams about the Computer Chronicles. Nothing too major, nothing involving gameplay tonight. Just relaxing and watching an episode of the Computer Chronicles dealing with the CES from the year 2001, and we got the 2026 CES coming up really soon this month. So I figured, why not look back on the Consumer Electronics Show from the year 2001, which remarkably was a very bad year. And maybe I didn't use the word remarkably very well, but it was a very bad year. All in all, 2001 was a bad year, but a lot of great tech came out. So I have my hot chocolate, a Mexican-inspired hot chocolate from Switzerland. Yeah, I don't know, weird stuff. But it's really good. It's really good hot cocoa, so this is not going to be a very, 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 very long live stream. So, you know, like I did the last time. Why is that? That scene should be up here, and that scene should be down there. So with that being said, let's watch the Computer Chronicles. No webcam. I haven't finished doing what I'm doing in this room over here, so...
Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by PC to PC, the online computer migration service from PC First, moving files, applications, and preferences from your old computer to your new one. Additional support is provided by Upside Events, presenting the Digital Lifestyle Revolution Conference, where people and technology intersect. Hi, and welcome to this special edition of the Computer Chronicles. We are in Las Vegas, as you can see, at the Consumer Electronics Show. This is an annual gathering which is becoming...
Most people that go to CES end up sick, just saying. Most YouTubers cover CES, a lot of big tech YouTubers. But some YouTubers, they cover and they end up sick.
Become the premier showcase for information appliances, computer convergence gadgets, and a whole array of technology products aimed at the consumers who are leading the digital lifestyle revolution.
Not bad.
Perhaps no form of new media exemplifies the digital revolution more than music. From MP3 to Napster, the world of music has changed forever, thanks to the internet and digital media.
Who all remembers Napster?
One of the most revolutionary gadgets introduced here at CES was this handheld music device called the Mad Player. It's an MP3 player with a different...
Did that even make it to the market? Because I don't remember it. I don't remember that ever being a thing. Is it ever a thing? What was the name of that again? Why is YouTube being stupid right now? See, what's that called? MAD? M-A-D.
It lets you create music in the MP3 format. Using a simple...
Mad Player. Oh, we have to, folks. Let's see what Mad Player is all about. Mad Player. There's a wiki about it. Let's see, Mad Player. Mad Player was a portable music device that started selling in 2001. Was convicted by Allen, Georgia, aka Mad Doctor, a group of engineers and musicians who started working on it in 1998. The device used smart media cards, which could play numbers of different audio media types such as MP3s, MIDI, and KAR or karaoke. Wow. There's also a website by Mad Player or Mad Doctor, Mad Player. Excuse me. There's a whole website. Look at this. Whole website. How come I never seen it? Go back to Wikipedia really quick. Is there a reason why that no one's really seen it? It really wasn't taken off the market or anything. That's weird because I did not even know this was a thing. Anybody know this was a thing?
Highway metaphor for an interface. You can isolate the different instruments or music tracks in your song and change them. You can pick a music genre, and the Mad Player uses its composition algorithms to instantly create an original song. No copyright issues here. You can add your own voice. Have it.
So wait, it's not an MP3 player, but it makes your own music. Interesting.
Display song lyrics. And you can even download songs through its smart media slot and then modify or rearrange the song you downloaded. Another amazing music creation tool shown here at CES was called Music and Video Maker from Magix. It's an incredible piece of software.
Oh, I remember Magic software.
Kind of an audio and video studio in a box. All the tools you need to create music and music videos for about $60. You can generate up to 64 tracks.
Magic's had a video editor too that was a piece of shit, but that's besides the point.
Using 8 different instruments, plus an array of synthetic instruments and samples. The package includes over 3,000 WAV files and about half a gigabyte of AVI video clips.
The program comes with audio files that you can use. You can always import your own files like CD tracks, MP3 files that you downloaded from the internet, but it contains music. So if you use these files, everything sounds good anyway. And then for the video part, also video files are included, or you import material that you filmed with a camcorder.
What the heck's up with her outfit? It looks like she got into a fight with some fiberglass. Look, It looks like there's fiberglass.
Order.
Once you've finished creating your masterpiece, you can then dump it to videotape, burn a CD, or upload it to your
Oh my god, that's Real Player. Oh, Real Player.
website. One interesting trend here at CES was the effort of the music industry to lure music fans away from the Napsters of the world and onto sites controlled by the music publishers.
Right.
This is Liquid Audio, an alternative to MP3 and Napster that offers
Oh, Liquid Audio. There's another program that kind of sucked because it was like really low bit rate.
online music downloads in a copyright-protected format called AAC.
The content that's in our system is put there by the
That's actually AAC is MPEG-4 AAC. That's what the Apple did with the iTunes Store.
content owners. So by implication, it's all legitimate content. We prepare that content for them. We marry up the metadata with the audio. We put it in a secure wrapper.
Oh, look, Senyo was a sellout. Anyways.
Although that security can be controlled by the labels. They can have a little security, no security. In most cases, they want to have a reasonable amount of security to protect their copyright information.
You can download music off the Liquid Audio sites, but each track comes with defined permissions, limited copying rights, and limited download rights to portable players. But the folks at Liquid Audio think they can still lure users away from Napster.
What we're offering is the highest quality music. We're offering the actual metadata that goes with the music. When you buy a CD in the store, you get album art, you get lyrics, you get liner notes. Why shouldn't you get those?
But when you rip a CD, sometimes you get that information and sometimes you don't. Nowadays, you get all that information, but it was hit and miss back in the day when ripping a CD.
Those same things if you bought a single. You wouldn't get that necessarily from Napster. Also on a system like Napster, a peer-to-peer system, there's no...
Wait, are you saying, sir, that everybody just downloaded track 1, 3, 5, 7 on Napster and it didn't have the metadata? Last time I checked, that it had the track album and, because most people put the music up from a CD rip on Napster, so it had all the metadata in text. Or what are you talking about?
No way to preview anything prior to hearing it. You don't know how it was encoded.
That's true, because Napster, same thing with LimeWire, FrostWire, and all that. Well, you could have got some low bitrate crap.
And in general, most of those files are, matter of fact, almost...
And sometimes higher bitrate crap. But here's how you know when downloading from those illegal sites back in the day. If you were on dial-up, here's how you knew it was a legitimate high-quality track. If it said it would take an hour just to download a 3-minute long track, you knew it was going to be a great track and it was going to be high quality. But if it said something like 15 minutes to download it, then you knew it was a low bitrate song. So, yeah.
Almost all those files are MP3 format. We support MP3 as a format, but the industry prefers AAC, a more recent codec.
I'm sorry, but MP3s were better, and it's still better.
As a preferred delivery codec for consumers today.
The Liquid Audio technology is being adapted by music retailers like Tower Records, who are hoping they can get you off Napster and onto their site. The music industry has seen the light, though, and will let you download just one track from a CD for as little as $1.25.
What Napster has proven that
Pair naked ladies pinch me.
consumers want to acquire music in this form. They want to be able to download music. They should be able to do this at retailers, traditional retailers. They shouldn't have to feel like that they're a part of some underground.
Yeah, but still, they're offering you like one song from each album for free. It's free, right? So, isn't that still piracy? You're not buying anything, but you're downloading something with a lot of stipulations attached to it. That's just like the Sonic software that Sony used to have, right? So it came with stipulations. You ripped the CD and you could only put it on like a mini disc and somewhere else, and that's all you could do with the music that you ripped to your computer. But this is basically the same way. DRM attached to a song that's for free. But it's still free, right? So what happens if you put that song on a device and you take it to another device and put it on that device? Would it still not work? Or what happens if you take the songs and have them on a device and then burn it to a CD, and then you rip that CD, and then technically all the tracks you got for free become DRM free once you re-rip the CD? I mean, is there anything that these people aren't thinking of that people did back in the day? I mean, isn't this still considered piracy?
Pirate network to do this. Sure, the music is free on Napster, but again, you never know what the quality is that you're going to get because it wasn't professionally
But you did not say whether the music was for free on your service either.
coded. It was done generally by individuals. If someone happens to be turning off their computer in the middle of your download, there goes your download. There's a number of liabilities that go along with that peer-to-peer system.
Universal's music division is also trying to lure music fans away from free music
Am I going to get a copyright just by showing this?
sites. They have now teamed up with Europe's Canal Plus to develop web-like music sites on your television. This is a website called TVL, the viewing.
Look at that! An advertisement for Jaws. This still, wait, but why are we showing this? This is supposed to be for TV, right? But there's clearly a Windows 98 or Windows 2000 background here.
Viewing lounge, but from the web to the TV set.
Yeah, I gotta turn it down. There's some copyright music going on. The interface looks like web TV.
The television set.
To go in and select different types of music, to deliver a custom block of music video program, but also at the same time to have the interactive back end. Still a passive pre-programmed front end, but that consumers really want to see with the interactive back end so that they can view things like photos and bios and liner notes and perhaps lyrics to a particular song, in addition to things like upgrading it to more video on demand or to buy a CD.
So it's a set-top box. It's a set-top box that you download music videos over dial-up, which is going to be low-quality music videos. Gotcha.
So it really offers the full spectrum of music experience on the internet, but in a customizable environment.
Everything was about giving you free music in 2001. Warner and these people are doing it legitimately with the set-top box that you got to pay probably a couple $100s for to get free music videos, which you can just navigate over to Yahoo Music and play all the top music videos for free on your computer.
The other goal for Universal and Canal Plus is to merge the internet experience with the rich media qualities of television.
Gosh, really?
We've done a lot of studies on, passive and interactive experience and how people really want to view entertainment. And if you're a kid in a dorm, 15-minute block of music videos, or you're sitting in your office on your lunch.
This is all weird because as we were children or young adults or teens or tweens in 2000, I was like in high school, so in 2001, we did not know anything about this, right? All we knew is that we could download music from Napster at school and burn CDs in school, right? So, I mean, everybody was doing it. And here's a device that you could buy and set up on your TV and play on-demand music videos over dial-up. I mean, that's crazy if you ask me. Is piracy still a thing nowadays, to be honest with you? I mean, nowadays we got like free streaming platforms like Spotify Free, where you don't need to pay a subscription, but you have like millions of songs right there just to play for free with Spotify and YouTube Music and things like that. I mean, yeah, sure, it's ad-based unless you have an extension, but and I can't say the extension because YouTube will probably ban me for saying it, but things like that. Sorry, I had to cough. Hot chocolate sometimes makes me cough. Yeah, but
Lunch break is great, but the reality of it is to really experience entertainment, you want to be viewing it on the large screen.
The merger of web-style transaction capability and the higher
but once again, who wants to see low bitrate music videos on the big screen? Because the music videos are only going to be so much quality coming right down from a dial-up modem. Unless you had ISDN or DSL, which was becoming a thing in 2001. But yeah.
video quality of the television platform is the ideal package for music publishers.
Windows 2000,
Once TVL.com is ported to TV, you'll be able to watch music videos and with one click of your remote control, buy the CD, buy concert
Look how
tickets,
crappy
or
that
related
is.
merchandise.
There is really a triad of revenue models. There is programming,
All
which
that
is essentially free to
pixelization.
the consumer and is advertising and sponsorship based, but these very nicely lead to upsells of the CD, a video, concert tickets, merchandise, or an upgrade for those who are real avid music consumers and really want to customize their programming to be able to access video on demand or some kind of subscription where they can create their own blocks of
Video on demand become a thing with the cable. Remember that? Digital cable become really big around that time, and then you got all that video on demand services right there with your cable company. Plus the cable company gave a bunch of music videos.
Yet another approach to luring you
Is that a
away from
video
Napster
game?
is this new site called Jester Digital. It uses IBM's secure music rights system called EMMS to offer you
I did not know IBM had their own music rights division. Okay. I just learned something.
digital downloads. The approach here is to provide a hot user environment that makes Jester
Is that Meta Horizon? Didn't come very far, did it?
Digital more fun than Napster. You get a 3D game-like world, an avatar,
3D game-like world and Avatar. Come on, this is Meta. This is Meta Horizon Worlds. Come on now. This is just like an early version of it. They haven't did much since. I do have to say that Coldplay concert was pretty cool, but
and cool environments to hang out in, like this snowboarder's lodge. And guess what's inside those tents? Music stores where you can buy singles. But Jester Digital is trying to entice the young
Gesture Digital. Digest. Digest.
music fan with even more. Access to a virtual rehearsal garage where you can meet the band and drill down for background on the group. The move toward 3D and
Look at that Mac. That's a G4 Mac right there.
environments was everywhere here at CES. One company trying to move the internet interface into the third dimension is a startup called Vios.
Vios is putting the entire internet into a 3D landscape. Every
Is it?
website, every service, anything that you can do in today's internet, you can do through Vios, but it's in 3D. You can travel together with friends, you can chat, you can explore, and you can discover things that you never knew existed, because now finally there's an environment that allows you to see the internet differently.
With Vios, website homepages are represented by 3D icons in a kind of fantasy world where you don't surf but fly from
Holy crap. I'd like to see you try to do this on dial-up.
website to website. That means you can wander around
A virtual web browser. Did anybody in 2001 know this was actually a thing? I sure didn't.
and discover sites or shops that you didn't know existed.
There is the opportunity here for serendipity. Right? Serendipity doesn't exist.
No, sir, we done went past serendipity. This went past serendipity a long time ago. This was like VR, but for your web browser. I mean, this is pretty damn cool technology for 2001. A 3D web browser. Wow. Holy guacamole. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy crap themselves.
Exist when you use a search engine. You know specifically what you're getting. If I want to go shopping, but I don't know that I want to get a book by Michael Crichton, I just know it's Christmas, and I need to buy something, Vios allows you to experience things that you never knew were there. I might be going to Amazon.com, and all of a sudden I come
And I'm watching this on Second Life, by the way. We come a whole hell of a lot from that simple thing, haven't we?
across 4 other stores that I never would have gone to. Traveling from Yahoo to Amazon in the flat internet, nothing happens. In Vios, when I go from Yahoo...
Define flat internet, sir. You'd be like typing in the World Wide Web at www.yahoo.com. You go to it. Most people do, right? But this is like, this guy's like, yeah, we know. I mean, you got to have a really good computer to do this, but we want a 3D web browser where you fly to the websites. You know, like when you fly to destinations in real life, we want you to fly to websites. That's crazy. That's crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yahoo to Amazon,
Wow,
I see dozens of other websites in a 3D environment.
In this new 3D internet space, the landlords will lease virtual commercial real estate with rates related to how close you are to the anchor tenants of this virtual 3D mall.
The people's got to pay rent in this virtual website. You got to pay rent so your website's listed on this virtual... Well, I guess we know why this was a no-starter. That this kind of probably flopped because of that premise right there.
Anyone, anywhere with a computer running Vios can lease a location. I simply say, you know what, my little bookstore has a website. There's barnesandnoble.com. I see Barnes & Noble, I find a piece of land next to it, I click, I lease, I build, I put my website and my logo there, and everybody who goes to barnesandnoble.com is going to pass by my website when they fly there, and hopefully I get some exposure. It's just like being next to them in a mall or out in the real world.
The problem with...
Yeah, I already see a problem. This is a no-starter to start off with. A lot of companies like, yeah, we don't want to pay lease to have our website listed on this virtual web browser.
3D attempts in the past have been the restraints of bandwidth, but Vios thinks it has technology to overcome that
Where
problem.
are they at now?
The fundamental flaw for previous 3D efforts has been trying to pump 3D
What was
out
that,
over the internet.
V-I-S-O?
And the bandwidth just isn't there to do that. Even
V-I-S-O. Oh, crapola. V-I-S-O. Is that how they would say that? They still have something like this, but it's AI powered. Well, I tell you one thing, this is like, we got Vizio, that's TVs, but how they pronounce their logo?
even with broadband, it's clunky, it's slow, and it also sort of only delivers these little bits of content that you've put into 3D. Using VRML has been sort of the standard one. With Vios, this is a client-based application that you install on your machine. It uses its own graphic, its own 3D engine. The only thing that's being pumped out over the internet is internet content.
So, how they say is their name? I can't see a shirt.
That allows you to see
Environments to hang out in, like this snow
putting the entire
garage. Company trying to move the internet interface into the third dimension is a startup called Vios.
Vios is putting the entire internet into a
VIOS. I typed that out. Yeah. Oh my god. They got Vios Medical. Vital sign monitoring. I don't care about a Toyota. Apparently there's a Toyota Vios. No! Does not anybody even talk about this on the internet anymore? Is this not even a thing that ever made it past the prototype stages? There's not even a Wikipedia article about this. All I'm seeing is about the frickin' Toyota. Files 3D models for CAD browsers. And yet they show the damn car. There is nothing, no information about this company. Wow. Well, that's kind of strange. There is nothing about this. There's nothing about this that I can find. Well, that sucks. Alright.
One big theme here at CES was technology offering new ways to add internet-style e-commerce to television. This is an interesting company called Gamut Interactive that introduced a new gadget.
I still can't believe this thing was like really promising and everything else, really cool looking, and I guess it never took off because there's not even a Wikipedia entry about it.
Lets you scan the barcodes off products or even ads and convert those barcodes into special offers or discount coupons. The Gamut reader even lets you read a barcode.
Was this the same thing that Radio Shack had called the Cat that you used to scan stuff, but most it was like the barcodes were in the Radio Shack catalog? So this is kind of similar to that.
Code off a television program and then converts that information into discounts and special offers, which you then download onto a smart card. Bring
Okay.
into your local shop and you get your discount.
Here's something else that I'd never even seen.
Syncing cradle and download even more.
I've never even noticed watching TV back in like 2001, 2002, 2003. I never even seen that little logo on a commercial. So this probably never even took off either.
The free offers. Fuse 3 technology is taking this a step further. They have developed a technology called virtual bookmark.
What the hell kind of, is that like a remote? No, that's a virtual bookmark. Look, it has no, wow, okay, that's...
That lets you embed e-commerce data.
Rest in peace, Steve Irwin.
In the audio portion of the television signal.
And with this data, what we can do is alert the user that there's an enabled commercial, there's an enabled content, whether they're on radio, driving in their car, or at home watching TV, and at their leisure, they can go and then simply connect the device to their PC, and it quickly brings up a manager. We're calling it the connection manager. It shows them various links that are available on the internet that might give them more information or allow them
Looks like that guy got popped in the face by a pipe.
to buy the product online. With these data codes we put in there, though, we're not just taking them to the domain name. We can take them to very, very deep URLs. In fact, our partners can use database queries in the scripting of those URLs to take them to specific product sites, and bring up all their e-commerce stuff, bring up a digital wallet, and close a transaction.
So this is supposed to be something that they want to encode into the audio portion of TV and radio broadcasts. Well, I would believe that this is something else that never even took off, and it was a flop.
So rather than just write down the homepage URL for a company after seeing their commercial, you just dump the data into your PC and it automatically goes to the related web
It looks like a
pages.
banking
A lot of the
website.
advertising right now is trying to push the domain name at people. What this allows them to do is to go to a very deep URL, directly to the product site. The end user, if they're looking at cars, for example, from some company, let's just Toyota as an example. They don't go to Toyota.com and then try to find the model they're looking for. They go directly to the
What? All right, the last product we were trying to find, we kept on seeing Toyota cars, and this guy brings up Toyota cars. Am I going to be gifted a brand new Toyota Camry? Fully loaded, TRD edition.
the RAV4 site, and maybe directly to a promotion for the RAV4 site with some dealer incentives and things like that.
In this case, information on buying products like CDs, concert tickets, or background information on the Backstreet Boys, or merchandise related to the
Wait. What the hell kind of photo is that, Backstreet Boys? It looks like some kind of cover band that looks like the Backstreet Boys. They don't even look like the Backstreet Boys.
or merchandise related to the
KK?
crocodile hunter from the Discovery Channel store. Fuse 3 technology also has another novel approach to bringing internet.
Look at the green and look at the pink TV. That's a pink TV. The red TV and the yellow TV that's not working.
Style e-commerce to the television set. This is their Fuse TV, a television set with an expansion slot.
It's got an Ethernet cable on there.
They think this modular approach is better than always having to buy a new TV or set-top box with the logic embedded as firmware.
Those that have it
Holy
embedded in
crap,
there,
it's
if
like a
there's
whole
some change to
computer.
technology, or perhaps even a failure of the internet aspect of it, they're kind of stuck. They have to get the whole device maintained or changed. With the modular architecture now, it's merely a module pull-out. And what we've shown in demos is you can pull the module out, snap a new one in, and in 10 seconds, you've got a brand new internet personality, and you've maybe even got a repair situation done.
Instead of buying a web TV or an AOL TV, just insert your cartridge and your TV
I have never heard of an AOL TV. I heard of a web TV, I heard of MSN TV, but never AOL TV.
becomes a web terminal. And better than web TV, the Fuse technology sends the signal
Yeah, but web TV was dial-up only for the last time. Well, I guess they might have made some broadband only there towards the last with the MSN TV, but web TV was definitely dial-up only.
directly to the RGB guns rather than through the receiver, so you get the display clarity of a good computer monitor. A company called QPass is also trying to make it easier to buy stuff right off the TV set. With the QPass technology, no need to get up from the TV and call an 800 number to
Most people don't get up from the TV, Stuart, and call the 800 number. Most people have a cordless telephone that they're going to call QVC right then and there. Or like that lady that called QVC when Micro was still doing the cells. And she had a thing for Micro, and that got really creepy, and she was calling from her bed.
order the products you see on that infomercial. Just click with your remote control and buy it right off the TV set. Another interesting example of the merger of the PC and the TV is this technology from a company called Access DTV. What they have done is brought digital television capabilities to your PC. No need to go out and buy a $3,000 digital TV set.
No, it's just a TV tuner card that you put in your computer.
Their add-on card gives you digital
See?
TV functionality on your PC, including integrated.
And it wasn't digital TV either back in 2001, even though what they were calling digital was basically on your computer. That was still analog television. Digital TV did not come until 2009. Thank you very much.
Web surfing, a digital channel guide, which can be sorted and programmed much like you can with a TiVo or replay, and the ability to record and pause live TV. Another innovative approach
If
to
you have a
merging
big enough
TV
hard drive.
content and the internet is this new service from HowToTV.com. Realizing that almost no one reads product manuals, HowToTV is offering user instructions on the web.
You get into consumer electronics, you're talking about maybe lots of cabling options and things like that. And those are things that can be easily demonstrated, but through a flat manual or something, a lot of times it's very difficult to decipher.
Who the hell throws away user manuals?
Bought a new DVD player and can't figure out how to hook it up? Forget the manual. Just go to their website for an interactive tutorial. HowToTV is also providing online consumer support for less techy areas, like installing.
This is for men who think that they don't need owner's manuals or user manuals, and then they get caught in a situation that they don't know what they're doing, and then they have to refer to something like this.
And plumbing fixtures, or putting together a do-it-yourself piece of furniture.
That was a shot at IKEA.
HowToTV thinks that their new service will not only help the
Here's another service that probably did not catch on.
consumer, who doesn't read the manual, but the retailer.
Why is this guy pulling out his wallet? Well, he's buying something right there. He just pulled out his wallet. He just got taken to the cleaners.
Who ultimately pays the price.
Not only do they don't read the manual, but a lot of them have a call avoidance.
Look at that TV back there. Take a look at that television. That's a weird looking television. It's like a weird aspect ratio. Of course, well, this is probably at a weird aspect ratio, but look at that TV. Look how huge the bezel is, and that's probably like a $10,000 LCD professional monitor that is not a TV.
To call tech support. They don't want to, they're afraid to call the technical support to get help. They're afraid to ask the questions. They're afraid they're going to get put on hold and waste a lot of time during the day. So in a lot of cases, they just end up returning the product because they're afraid of it.
Ease of use was a big theme here at CES, and this Kerbango internet radio from
Kerbango? What a name.
3Com is a perfect example of the move towards
Never mind, it's from 3Com. They're about to go out of business anyways.
simple appliances that don't look anything at all like a computer. In fact, this is a network terminal that looks like an old-fashioned radio.
Does that look like an old-fashioned radio to you? No, it looks like a radio from 2001.
Connect it to your home network and your high-speed internet connection.
See, no dial-up. You can't use it if you have dial-up because these require broadband connections.
And you now have an appliance that is an internet radio and can access tens of thousands of radio stations around the world. Kerbango has set up a server that stands between you and the web-delivered content to ensure that the audio will stream, and it is...
So, is the AM and FM part your local broadcast? Does it have like a AM and FM tuner in there, or is it like AM and FM internet radio? Like you pick up like iHeart stations or things like that?
This package the content so you can easily find the stations you want.
We have a team of editors that goes out and locates all these streams. They write descriptions, they categorize them, they go into our tuning service, which also...
All right, folks, we got to look it up. This is a 3Com. Internet radio. We're just going to search for this. I am officially done because I don't think the searches are... So the 3Com company... No, I don't. I'm not asking for Shoutcast hosting, you dimwit. Even though I need a Shoutcast server, but that's besides the point.
So acts as a search engine. Then we have software that goes out that pings it every hour. They ping every stream. If the stream is down, it comes off the radio. And then when the stream is down, it gets pinged every 15 minutes until it comes back up again, in which case we bring it back on the radio. So what we're doing is we're delivering a list of streams that's most likely to play for people. If you've ever listened to internet radio, the problem is, you click to a stream, it doesn't play. You really need to have a list of streams that play.
The other nice thing about the Kerbango tuning service is that if you...
Kerbango? I don't even say the name. How are you supposed to make me the freaking Kerbango? Let's start with the Gosh. Three-com Kerbang Internet. Here it is. Cerbango. I found it. Kerbengo was both a company acquired by 3Com. So it was founded in another company founded in '98 in Silicon Valley. Former executives from Apple Computer and Power Computing Corporation. Oh. Let's see. June 27, 2003, Com announced they're acquiring Kerbengo Company for $80 million. Weren't they having a lot of financial issues around that time? The Kerbengo Internet Radio was intended to be the first standalone product that let listeners listen to Internet radio without a computer. The Linux journal quipped that the Kerbengo 100E prototype looked like a cross between a Wurlitzer jukebox and the dashboard of a 1950s Buick. Those person was on drugs when they came up with that conclusion. The intended model was advertised on Amazon.com and anticipating for its sale, although it was never released. Really? The Kerbengo 100E was an embedded Linux device running Monta Vista. Hard Hat Linux. Here we go. Something with the name Vista in it. That was a flop before it even got started. Reported using Real Networks G2 player to play internet radio streams. Real Audio G2 5.0, 4.0, and 3.0 streams, as well as streaming MP3s. A broadband connection to the internet was required as dial-up connection was not supported. In addition to the internet streaming, the 100E featured an AM and FM tuner. That's great. I was wondering about that. The Kerbengo radio's tuning user interface was designed by Alan Lucklow. Lucklow? Oh, what a name. And a longtime Apple QuickTime developer, Jim Reeks, was later adopted within iTunes. The Kerbengo radio also had its companion website, which followed users' controls in various aspects of the radio. Say presets, edit account informations. The website also acted as a streaming radio search engine where users could search and list for streaming radio stations through the browser. It was never released, though. And here's what was powering it. It was discontinued in March of 2001. Never released. This device was never released. It was announced but never released. Operating system was Linux. It featured an 800 megahertz power PC and 8 megabytes of DRAM. It was never released. Here's an article from June 27, 2000 about 3Com acquiring Kerbengo for $80 million. And that's basically it. The Kerbengo Internet Radio 2000 to 2001. February 7th, 2000 at a demo conference. March 21st, 2001, without having shipped, in between the announcement and the demise, it was reported that the delay that 3Com brought in for $80 million, the magazine kept covering it as if it was available. It was listed on Amazon, and it won Best in Show in the 2001 Consumer Electronics Show. That's what we're watching here. What they did when they killed it. 3Com said that it was offering to Kerbango as well as Audrey, see below, whatever Audrey is, as part of the effort to save $250 million. I knew that they were in financial trouble. Who knows, this thing might have sold too. People might have bought this. This might have been one of those things where it became a Christmas present from Radio Shack. It decided to get out of the home product business after a lousy quarter. I knew that they were in financial trouble. This could have gave them some money. I mean, this thing could have probably sold. But keeping up with the back end was probably not really financially sound. But why it really failed, it was no shocker to see a big iron network company like 3Com decided to get out of the consumer market. But I'm still curious on why the Kerbango spent over a year as a highly profiled vaporware. One obvious problem was it was really wanted to be broadband in an era where few people had. That's true. Few people had in 2001. People did not really have broadband at the time because broadband was not relatively available in every part of the United States, and most people still relied on dial-up, and this thing could not do dial-up. Let's see here. I never saw the Kerbango in action, but I like the idea. One other similar product, such as the Roku Sound Bridge, eventually made it to the market, but none were practically successful. Roku having something successful. Okay. Anyways, today's Sonos makes a product that's pretty close, but not achieving what Kerbango failed at. Yeah, let's not talk about the Roku Sound Bridge either. That's another one of failed Roku's devices. Wow. A device that never even came out. Wow.
If you don't find the web radio station you want, you can actually add it to their playlist.
If there's a stream that you know of that you want to be added,
I wonder what happened to all these people.
We don't charge for that. So you can very easily go to Kerbango.com and click on Add a Stream, and our editors will go there, check it out, make sure it's good.
I think 3Com might have screwed them over.
There were several other interesting approaches to simplifying the home network here. This is a
Why we got
wireless
Sweet
home
Dreams
network
playing?
from a company called Wavefly. Rather than give you a dedicated internet radio, they are letting you distribute internet audio content to a variety of devices in your house and in your car. So with a home server sitting on your personal computer, you can listen to web radio stations anywhere in your home. Wavefly has also created a wireless RF controller.
This is a wireless remote, and it allows you to take the front panel of the player with you and browse the music as you would browse it.
That looks like some weird car dashboard layout. Some weird car had this, like a Fiat or something.
In front of the player. And it offers a level of convenience because now, instead of a standard remote, you can actually see what you're selecting.
Does everything require a frickin' set-top box larger than the TV itself? That thing's about the size of a DVD player or a VCR.
And have choices away from the interface of the digital media player.
And using the same basic technology,
it looks like something
you can
you'll
put
find
an
in a
MP3
car.
player in your car.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I knew that it looked like something from a car.
More than digital music on your home network, a company called Ucentric showed off this new approach to a home network. Instead of just distributing an internet connection and computer data over the wires in your house, Ucentric installs a complete network server in your home that can interconnect almost any electronic
that's a NAS, isn't it?
device you have, a PC, a Mac, info appliance.
That's a NAS.
A radio, a telephone, or television set.
First of all, our server, most importantly, gets internet packets to the proper computer, Mac, PC.
Dude's got freckles on his head.
Webhead. But what we do is we mix in cable television, we mix in your regular telephone to give you such things as voicemail and caller ID on any device in the home, on your TV, on your computer, on your Mac, or even remotely at work.
That's kind of like a smart
NAS. Voicemail on TV, on your PC, on your Mac. So we blend that together in the server and send it to the proper device in the home. So basically you get all the content all the time on any device in the home, and we don't change the way you already work with the things that are in your house.
The net result is you can do almost anything on any device in your home, like see your telephone's caller ID on your TV screen, listen to MP3
Dish Network did that too.
Files on any radio, chat while you're watching television, or surf the web on any TV set in
Look,
your house.
I do not want to chat while I'm watching television, okay? This thing was loaded with a bunch of vaporware, to be honest with you. This whole episode was vaporware. A lot of stuff never even reached a market. You could not buy half the stuff. This whole episode was full of vaporware. Wow. KK.
In this world of big media files for music, photos, and video, storage has become a big issue. And there were some real cutting-edge
Data
new
play.
storage
Oh no.
solutions at
No.
CES. Probably the show
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no.
stopper here was the new data play storage media, 500 megabytes in a device the size of a quarter for less than $10.
Those things were failure prone. Oh no. I remember these were failure prone devices.
Shrunk basically what is a full-size DVD-R down to a matchbox size. DVD-Rs, if you're familiar, running over $3,000 for a DVD-R recorder. We're a fraction of the price, including the media. And where we've really made
2001, I bought a TDK Velocity rewriter for $105. Piece of shit drive, too.
breakthroughs is in the
Anyways,
size of the optical
yeah,
pickup
your
unit.
girl
The
learned a
optical
lesson
pickup
there.
unit in our drive is approximately the size of a pinhead, and an optical pickup unit for a DVD, for example, is actually larger than our entire drive.
This new optical storage medium is poised to replace both CDs and DVDs. It's smaller, less expensive, more secure, and it is recordable.
So that's really the big difference between us and other formats like memory stick or other solid-state formats. We offer pre-recorded content. We are optical, so it's very secure. It can't accidentally be erased like magnetic media can. And it's
But
unlike
it's failure prone.
CD devices that are available today. All of our devices are full-function read and write devices. They're not just players, they actually are recorders as well. So you really get two devices in one.
Before this year is out, you will see new digital players coming out using the data play technology. Despite the small size of the medium, it has so much capacity that one tiny disc can hold as many.
Okay, here we go, playing Tralagundie. It was released in 2002. Storing 250 megabytes per side. Data play was the intended premiere for portable music. However, it could also store other types of files in this. Another company founded in 1998. We're like 100 for 100 right now on 1998 founded companies. I remember these having a humongous problem with failures. Yeah, there were people also had pre-recorded music on this format. I remember that too, like Britney Spears' album "Britney," the graphics and press release. Also, Garth Brooks was set to have a data play release in 2000. Somebody got the year wrong on that one. Anyways. Yeah, here we go. It says, however, the pre-recorded format data play was a failure. The company closed due to the lack of funding in 2003. I don't know where somebody come up with 2021 on this. This is supposed to be 2001. Somebody made a boo-boo right there. In 2003, a company called DPIH bought Data Play's international property and reintroduced it at CES 2004. Wow. The company swapped Data Plays for the DEF system for FAT file system again. It was marketed as a cheap alternative to memory cards, but it still suffered from the problems, though. With the device being disregarded, the device being designed that will allow users to transfer data from SD cards to a cheaper data play system. Each disk would hold 500 megabytes of data and would be sold for $4.50. They also prototyped a 750 megabyte data play disk and announced plans for a 2 and 7 gigabyte discs, and the latter, which would be a blue-violet semiconductor laser, just like Blu-ray. How'd that work out for them? Oh, it didn't. Yeah. Just skimming through. They had like data play, DPHI, data Aris. Yeah, they went through 3 different names, folks. Wow. I knew it was an ultimate flop, but they had to keep bringing it out with the different names. Seriously? They only had 30 employees by 2006. They still have a damn website. This takes you back to the Wayback Machine. Oh, so their website's gone. This is kind of what they look like. The data plays. Yeah. Yeah, I think, didn't Techmoan do a video about this? Yeah, Techmoan did a video about this. I thought Techmoan did a video about this, but yeah. Techmoan did a video about this. If there's some weird, obscure format, Techmoan has a video about it. Nice to see more failures happening in 2000. Well, I'm going to say something. 2001 was not a good year for anything.
As many as 5 albums.
I mean, this data play thing failed 3 separate times.
One of the unique abilities of data play is to be able to put multiple albums on a single disc. We have about 5 times the capacity of CD.
It failed 3 separate times.
We're able to use a new encoding scheme so we can get 5 hours of CD quality music. You can hold multiple albums on a single disc. This Sting album actually happens to hold 10 Summoner's Tales, but it also holds Brand New Day and Nothing Like the Sun. The other 2 albums are locked and encrypted, and it can be activated later over the web by transfer of a key.
Oh, great, DRM.
Unlock the content on the disc.
Amazingly enough, even when you buy...
Wait, you got the albums on the disc, but once you buy that CD and stuff, you have to pay to unlock the other albums on the disc? Fuck you. No wonder why this shit failed. You bought the damn CD, and there's still 2 more albums on the disc, and you had to buy the keys to unlock it. That was some dystopian DRM crap that they're still trying to pull today in video games.
Play music on a data play disc, you can still use the leftover space to record on.
We also apply a thin film recording layer on here that allows you to record on the same disc that is already mastered. So you can go to a store, buy your favorite artist. If there's still blank area left on the disc, you can still record your own content on there as well. So it's a recordable, masterable media.
That guy just sniffed the keyboard over here. This guy just sniffed the keyboard. I'm positive he sniffed the keyboard. Watch this. This dude sniffed the keyboard. I guarantee that this dude walks over here and sniffs the keyboard or monitor. Watch this.
It allows you to record on the same disc that is already
Dude
mastered.
in the leather
You can
jacket.
Go to a store, buy your favorite artist.
Walks
If there's
over.
still blank area left on the disc, you can still record your own.
Bends over and sniffs it. He's sniffing it. He is sniffing it.
Some third-party developers are already jumping aboard the data play bandwagon and creating add-ons for existing Palm-top
He was
devices.
sniffing it.
This company called SongPro has built a new MP3 player for the Game
MP3 player for the Game Boy, Song Pro.
Boy. It can not only play music, but also display lyrics, album art, and music videos.
Song Pro. Ugh. Song Pro for the Game Boy. Song Pro was an initiative, an MP3 player accessory for the Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color. Released in the early 2000s, it allowed users to play MP3s and WMA files directly on the device, making a unique feature comparable to its official Nintendo MP3 player. Nintendo had an official MP3 player? Really? I did not know that. The device faced legal challenges from Nintendo. Oh my god, Nintendo, this is taking out everybody. They've been doing it for years now, really. The device faced legal challenges from Nintendo, which led to the branding changing from Song Boy to Song Pro. The Song Pro was praised for its ability to play digital storybooks, slideshows, and was available for purchase for roughly around $900. $900, really? No. Angel, read it right or pay the piper. $99. It was around $99. However, due to the rarity and the legal issues it faced, the device is now considered to be obscure among collectors. So it did come out. It was not vaporware. It's rare and it's fantastic, and the device is now known as the Song Pro, but it used to be called the Song Boy. The Song Boy devices are even more obscure. Nintendo don't mess around with their IP. What did this have to do with Nintendo IPs? I don't get it. This was another way to play music on the Nintendo. Nintendo don't mess around with their IPs. They promptly sued the company for the original name, the Song Boy, really. What about there was a band called the Song Boy when Nintendo sued them out of oblivion? Another reason why I don't like Nintendo. Wow. And it had the official Plays Windows Media. Well, look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna scroll through this. This is pretty cool right here. Look, it had the badge right here. Look at this. I did not know this existed. Oh, look, there's a SanDisk logo in the SD. That's pretty cool. Look at that old SD card right there. Well, this is pretty cool. That looks like the thingy that Windows Media Player had. That's pretty cool. Here's somebody that apparently found it on eBay. This was 5 years ago. It had the original box, owner's manual, 2 formatted SD card, USB, and Windows CD. And they spent $5,000 for it just to add into their collection. $5,000. But that was a Song Boy, not the Song Pro. That's something. All right.
Another innovative approach to multimedia storage comes from a company called Minds at Work. This is their digital wallet, a 6-gigabyte portable storage device that can accept Sony memory sticks.
That's a big wallet.
Smart media, compact flash cards, or micro drives, giving you one convenient place.
MindWorks digital wallet.
Music files.
We have to continue to do this, folks. Let's see. Let's see, who makes it again? Mine at Work. Mine's at Work digital wallet. Wow, they have an owner's manual. So here's one that's probably not vaporware. They have a nice little depiction of what it looks like. There's the owner's manual. At least they have an owner's manual, but that's interesting. This looks like it's so compact. Complexity. It's probably going to end up broken. There's one on eBay for $35. Nothing major there. So this came out, and it seems that they didn't sell too many of them. And the price was kind of marked down after a year or so. So that's kind of not great either. So another product that kind of was a flop.
Digital photos and even videos or ebooks.
What the hell just flew past the window?
All the files into your PC through a detachable USB connector. Minds at Work was also showing off the prototype of its new movie wallet. This is a 20
wallet
storage device that can store up to 4 movies in the MPEG-4 format. It has a port which will enable you to download a movie from a kiosk in about 3 minutes. When you get home, you just insert the movie wallet into your set.
This is something that did not come out.
Box and let the
Look at that. That's still a prototype device right there.
Show begin. SIVA was at CES with the newest version of their digital photo storage frame.
It still appears to be a traditional picture frame, but
that looks like a kid's tablet.
On the backside, you see there are a couple new things. We now support compact flash and smart media. So you can take pictures right off your digital camera and put them on the frame and send them from the frame. The controls are all done now through a remote control that stores inside of the frame.
Wow.
It's very simple. We also support audio. A lot of digital cameras now allow you to have audio files.
The new SIVA also lets you view your pictures in postcard mode with an added message. And you can also now order prints of your
What?
photos online.
What kind of creepy photo is that?
Virtual reality developers have focused on VRML and 3D environments. But this company called DigiSense thinks
DigiSense?
will make your digital world more.
Oh, here we go.
This is
Smell-o-vision.
a peripheral that plugs into your PC's USB port. It has a scent cartridge that is much like an inkjet cartridge, only these little tubes each represent different smells rather than different colors. Go to a website.
See, ladies and gentlemen, there was smell-o-vision for the computer, and it was a failure.
Or play a game, and you can not only see and hear, but also see the environment. Finally, if you're tired of that guy on the airplane snooping and glancing over at your laptop screen, you need the e-shades from Inviso.
Nowadays, they got this little bitty cover that can go over your screen. You see these in like businesses and like insurance agencies and tax shops that go over your screen. That you can, if we walk past, it's all black, but you can see it. But say like if someone was on the airplane next to you, they couldn't see your screen. Yeah, these glasses are some kind of polarization type of glasses.
You're on an airplane. You have to work on some private emails, some documents, sales document. You want privacy in viewing, so you can open up your laptop, you toggle your laptop screen off, and you see it in your e-shades display. So complete privacy.
E-shades.
Is battery power saving, so we consume a lot less power than your typical laptop.
That's basically like this cover that goes over the your computer screen. You can see it, but the person can't see it. I don't know how that damn thing works, but it does.
Laptop display, so you can now fly cross-country, trans-Pacific, and use your laptop the entire time. Third really is space saving. When you come down in front of you, you can't open up your laptop unless you see the display. As long as you can crack it open enough to access your keyboard, that's all you.
It's like a virtual display that turns off your display, and then you can see your screen. That will give you a migraine. Those things give you a migraine. It's like a virtual screen, but it's inside of glasses. Sony had this thing where it was basically like a TV screen that was connected to some glasses. And over a period of time, those things would make you sick and give you a headache. You couldn't use them for very long. This is basically what this is.
All you need. Your pointing device, your keyboard, you have a brilliant display, and you can do your work still.
It's a display, okay.
Inviso think their e-shades technology can change the whole future of laptop.
It's basically got,
It's
like looking at an LCD screen.
It's dictated by that laptop screen, and that's the one part of the computer that's growing year by year. 13.5, 14, 15 inches on average this year. Once you remove that as your display and leave that behind,
my laptop like 16
so
inches?
I can have my basic CPU and media in a paperback or a pager-sized device on my belt. I can have a fold-out keyboard for my input, and I have my e-shades for my display. And when I'm done, I can take it all apart and put it in my purse or my briefcase to pack it away.
That's it for our coverage of this year's Consumer Electronics Show. For the Computer Chronicles, I'm Stuart.
Those glasses, bunch of companies came out with them. And they were all failures, basically, because they made you sick. They literally made you sick. And, well, this was the 2001 Consumer Electronics Show, or CES, and a lot of it was vaporware. And yet, a lot of it was pretty cool. Like that 3D website that there's no information about because it never really came out, and it was just vaporware once again. But it was really neat to see somebody saying that you have a 3D website and stuff, and that 3D world where you can go purchase music never came out either. This episode was full of vaporware software, vaporware stuff, and none of those TV devices I can't find anything about either. So I was doing some searches, while we were watching, and I can't find anything about half the stuff in 2001. So I say that they dreamed big and nothing really came from it. And then the data play had a pretty nice life under 3 different names and 3 different companies, and it was officially a failure. But yeah, very interesting nonetheless. Very interesting. So yeah, I figured we would do something very, very, very easy and relaxing tonight, and we did. So, with that being said, I'm your girl Angel, and I'll see you on the next video, short or live stream. I love you all so very, 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 very much. And I don't know if we're going to continue to react to the Computer Chronicles. I figured this one was pretty good because the 2026 CES is probably going to come around, and we're probably going to see a bunch of electric cars that are never going to come out. And we're going to see a bunch of these whacked out display panels and TVs that are never going to see the light of day too. So, you know, I mean, hopes and dreams and dream big and get sick is what the Consumer Electronics Show is all about in Vegas. So, anyways, I think it's getting ready to happen in a week or so, isn't it? When is the 2026 CES? Let's take a look-see here before... Whoa, everything just zoomed in. That was... What the hell's up with that? Anyways. Oh, God, Samsung's going to have a big thing at the 2026. They're going to have a Ferris wheel and everything. When is Consumer Electronics? Oh, yeah, 6th through the 9th. It's coming. Look at this. Check this out. Opportunities like this only happen once a year. CES. Look at this. That's interesting. Oh, we got the augmented reality goggles. Not great. What? That's a washing machine. It looks like a coffee maker. What? Clear for washing machines is best in class. Microplastic filters for washing machines that effortlessly remove a large source of milk. Get out of here with this bullshit microplastic crap. It's this one way that we're just going to just make your clothes not as clean. Check this out. Samsung OLED 48 inches is the world's most advanced 48-inch OLED TV for high-end gaming. Wow. Unparalleled brightness and exceptional motion clarity with the host of Game Pacific AI. What was that again? With the host of Pacific AI. Okay, what were we talking about again? Provides ultimate competitive advantage. 48 inches gives gamers an comparable HDR experience, further enhanced by its category first glare-free technology and eliminates distracting reflections. It also features a class-leading 165 Hz VRR variable refresh rate. Thank you very much. For silky smooth, lag-free action, it comes packed with initiatives, features, and automatically optimizes TV settings for genre Pacific. Fuck you. Sorry about my cursing, but Yeah, I don't want the game. I don't want the TV to change based upon the game. I want the TV to stay what I set it to. Thank you very much. Stupid bullshit. Feature is a laser slim build and also the first 48-inch OLED with two built-in top speakers for immersive Dolby Atmos. Object tracking sound offers powerful spatial audio that puts you right in the center of action. Most people use headsets. Is this another prototype or is this damn thing real? Well, I like to know the price thing of this thing. There we go. No one cares about the Samsung triple folding phone. They don't have a price point put out. What is this? Probably going to cost about a couple $1,000 since it has AI built into the display. Somebody just estimate the price at least. Something I can't afford, but anyways. And look, this is supposed to be the Samsung booth at CES. Oh, look. Ugh. Look at this stupid, ignorant, stupid attachment for your washer machine. It's going to cost $1,000 and make your clothes less clean. Wow. Oh yeah, we got to have the cars, right? Wow. Consoles, metaverse gaming, mobile gaming, chips and processors, handheld PCs, displays and peripherals, wearables, AR, VR, XR, MR. My butt itched after that one. Next-gen gaming, esports, cloud gaming and platforms, and content tiles and applications. Great. Food and tech. Smart appliances and connected cookwares. Vertical framing. Hydroponics. Sustainability. Nutrition and diet. Food and beverage prep. Home brewing. Retail. Delivery. Commercials and sustainability. Why do we have to put that twice? Vehicles and tech and mobility. Automotive OEMs and suppliers. Infotainment systems, self-driving technology, electric vehicle takeoff and landing, VOTOL, personal mobility, marine tech, ag tech, heavy machinery, constructions, and building tech. Audio and visual, okay. 3D audio, HDR video, immersive sound system, cameras, drones, home theaters, system device, streaming devices, television, and accessories. Something without sport and fitness. Vital statistic monitoring, home fitness, fitness training, smart arenas, fan engagement, esports, big data analytics, and cloud computing. Lifestyles. Baby and childcare tech, fashion clothing, education tech, travel and tourism, hobbies and toys, and therapeutic tech. Define therapeutic tech. IoT infrastructure. Cellular, satellite, and low power devices, connective and management, security for network devices and apps, V2X communications, connected medical devices, smart traffic, parking, healthness and wellness, smart applications, and connected supply chains. Accessibilities. Wow, there's really no categories under here, is there? Wow, that's great. What is this smart community stuff? 5G and Wi-Fi 6G, IoT cloud computing, VR, AR. AR is like augmented reality, by the way. Digital twins, data connections, infrastructure, climate emergency, clean tech, waste and water management, solar energy, wind management, enterprise IT, sustainability, safety and hazardous prevention, smart building and innovative materials, micromobility, mobility services providing last mile and e-delivery. Digital health. Oh, good. No. Wonder what the smart home stuff has. Sustainable energy, home security, lighting, and home aesthetics. Driven and appliances, age tech, residential robotics, accessibility tech, pet monitoring tech, integrated kitchen and bathroom tech. Yeah, that's what we need. Technology in the bathroom. Gonna have a toilet that's gonna wipe our bums for us one day. Work from home solutions. That's going out the window, isn't it? Air purifications and whole home health. So like the health of your home or your health. We're gonna have a doctor for your health. Doctor for your house. Let's look at the enterprise. Cloud computing, cybersecurity, which needs to be up. 2025 was really bad for cybersecurity. Managed consulting, software and services, consumer relationship management, big tech and data integrity, and creative agencies. Energy and transit. Did we just go over this? Something similar to what we went over, right? VR and spatial computing. Gaming, augmented reality, virtual reality. I don't know what XR and MR stands for. Consoles, wearables, blockchains, digital e-commerce, Web3, crypto NFT. God, crypto and NFT are the biggest scams in the world. Virtual world engineering, multiple access points, digital twin, haptics, spatial audio, full sensory immersion. I don't know about that. That's kind of giving me anxiety already thinking about. Full sensory immersion. That might make me have a sensory overload. But that's just some of the stuff coming up at the 2026 CES. Stay tuned. And remember, it's sponsored by Pepsi. Not. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video, short or live stream. I know I said this before, but we got sidetracked and squirreled. And I'll see you guys later. Love from your girl Angel. I love you all so very, very much. See you next time. Bye-bye for now. Is it going to stop streaming? I clicked the stop streaming button like twice already. Oh!